Hey everyone, so you know how frustrating it is when you're trying to measure something super precise, like maybe a few milligrams of a compound for a chemistry experiment, and your scale just won't give you a consistent reading? It's one of those things that can throw off an entire project if you're not careful. Well, I ran into that exact problem recently, and it led me to this little piece of equipment that's actually made a huge difference in my work. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I ended up getting the Ohaus PX84 Analytical Balance. It's got a maximum capacity of 82 grams and a readability of 0.0001 grams, which means it can measure tiny amounts with serious accuracy. The first thing I noticed was how stable the readings are. Unlike some cheaper scales I've used, this one doesn't jump around when someone walks by or when the AC kicks on. It just locks in and stays there, which is exactly what you need when you're dealing with sensitive measurements. One of the standout features is the semi-auto internal calibration. Instead of having to manually place weights on the pan to calibrate it, you just press a button and it does the whole thing internally. It's a small thing, but it saves a ton of time, especially if you're calibrating multiple times a day. I also appreciate how quick it is. The response time is really fast, so you're not sitting there waiting for the display to catch up. That might not sound like a big deal, but when you're in the middle of a busy lab session, every second counts. The build quality is solid too. It's got a stainless steel pan that's easy to clean, and the housing feels durable. I've used it on a regular lab bench without any issues, and it hasn't wobbled or shifted even when I've bumped the table by accident. The display is backlit, which is great for low light conditions, and it shows the units in grams, carats, or ounces, whatever you need for your specific application. I've been using this for a few weeks now, and it's handled everything I've thrown at it. I've measured out small quantities of reagents for reactions, checked the weight of tiny samples for analysis, and even used it to verify the mass of some calibration weights. It's consistent, reliable, and the internal calibration makes my life a little easier. Plus, the price point is reasonable for what you get. It's not some ultra-high-end lab instrument, but it performs like one. Now, no product is perfect, so let me give you the honest breakdown. The only real downside I can think of is that it's a bit on the larger side, so if you're working with limited bench space, you might need to rearrange things to fit it. Also, while its semi-auto calibration is convenient, it does take a few seconds to run, so if you're in a real hurry, you might find yourself waiting a moment. But honestly, those are pretty minor complaints. Overall, I'm really happy with the Ohaus PX84. It's a solid analytical balance that does exactly what it's supposed to do without any fuss. If you're tired of dealing with inconsistent measurements or just need a reliable scale for precise work, this might be the one for you. Check the link below if you want to see the current price and availability. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Ohaus PX84 Analytical Balance with semi-auto internal calibration 82GX0.0001G sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like units and display actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. What stands out about Ohaus PX84 Analytical Balance with semi-auto internal calibration 82GX0.0001G is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Ohaus PX84 Analytical Balance with semi-auto internal calibration 82GX0.0001G usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.